Today we can study about basics of computer. Grade 3. Components of computer system. A computer is an electronic device which accepts data and after processing the data gives meaningful result. Computer needs some special devices through which data can be fed. Also, it has a unit which it takes care of processing to give desired result. Computer also stores the data or instructions for future use. A computer system is made of hardware and software both. Without hardware, a computer cannot work and same is the case with the software. Hardware, the physical part of the computer that you can touch and see are called hardware. Examples: mouse, keyboard, scanner, joystick, printer, etc. Software, these are the set of instructions that enable the hardware to work in desired manner. Examples: MS Word, Logo, Windows XP, etc. Hardware consists of four major parts: A. Input devices, B. Output devices, C. Processing unit, D. Secondary storage devices. Relationship is shown below. Input device, processing, secondary storage device, and output devices. Now we can study about switch on the computer. Step 1. Switch on the main power supply button. Step 2. Now switch on the UPS button. It keeps your computer running in case of power failure. Step 3. Switch on the CPU button. Step 4. Switch on the monitor button and wait for the system to start up. Step 5. The computer starts booting automatically. Booting means starting up the computer. Now the computer is ready to use. You can see the pictures. Monitor, CPU, UPS means power supply button, monitor button, keyboard, mouse, CPU power button, UPS button. Okay, then keep in mind the computer components of computer can be classified into input and output devices. Peripheral devices are the additional part attached to the computer according to our needs. Peripheral devices of the computer are floppy, CD-ROM, speakers, modem, scanner, and printer. Input devices are keyboard, mouse, joystick, and scanner. Here we can see input devices. The input consists of the data and the instruction we put into the computer. The devices used to give instructions are called input devices. Keyboard. Keyboard looks like a typewriter. Besides typing alphabets and numbers, they carry out different commands and functions. There are nearly 101 to 105 keys on the keyboard of a computer. Mouse. Mouse is a hand-operated input device used to move the cursor on the screen or to select options. It is usually placed on the mouse pad to scroll. When a user scrolls the mouse, the pointer moves in the direction of the mouse. In upper portion of a mouse has either 2 or 3 buttons to click. In its lower portion, a ball is there to help it in scrolling. Output devices. The result we get after processing is called output. An output device is used to display information received from the computer. Monitor. One of the most common output devices is a monitor. It is quite similar to a television. The output displayed on the monitor is called the soft copy. Whatever text is typed on the keyboard appears on the screen of monitor. A monitor usually is in different sizes. Its screen is either monochrome means black and white or colored and flat or LCD monitor. Printer. A printer is also an output device which gives the result in printed form. The two common printers are dot matrix printer and laser printer. A printer can be either black and white or colored. Keep in mind, scanner is like a photocopy machine used to scan images or text and send a copy of the image to the computer. Monitor is a box that contains the screen of the computer. It displays the result. Printer is an output device used to give result in printed form. Modem is both an input and output device as it is the linking part between the user on the computer and the internet. CPU is the processing unit of the computer. The processing unit. Processing unit is also known as system unit or CPU. It is the most important part of the computer. We can see the picture of the CPU. CPU is the pathway between the input and output devices. It acts like a post office. As a letter posted in the letter box must be stamped in the post office before delivery. Similarly, an information or input has to be processed in the CPU before displaying the output. Several components of this unit work together to collect, identify, and store information. These components can be divided into three units: control unit, otherwise CU, arithmetic and logic unit, ALU, memory unit, MU. You can see the picture. The secondary storage devices are used to store data permanently. Even when the computer is switched off, three secondary storage devices are floppy disk, hard disk, CD-ROM. Floppy disk. A floppy disk is used to transfer data from the one computer to another. It is also used to store the information in computer. Hard disk. In a hard disk, information is stored permanently. It is completely sealed and built inside the CPU. Capacity to store data in a hard disk is much more than the floppy or CD-ROM. CD-ROM. CD-ROM is also used to store or transfer data. It is inserted in drive in the same way as we put a CD into CD player. It is a circular shaped disk which can store data more than a floppy but less than a hard disk. Keep in mind, floppy disk transfer data or copy information from one computer to another. Hard disk stores data permanently. It is built inside the CPU. Hardware is the machinery of a computer which can be seen or touched. Software is the set of instructions or program on which a computer works. Software is the set of instruction or program on which a computer works. Unlike hardware, software cannot be touched. Software can be seen in the form of icon or symbols. If installed in a computer, to make a computer work, it is necessary to add software in the hardware. Without software, computer is dead machine. Hardware is the body while software is the soul of the computer. There are two types of software: operating system software and application software. Switch off the computer or shut down. Follow the given steps to shut down a computer. Step 1. To shut down a computer, first you need to close all the programs which are running. Step 2. Click on the start button on the taskbar. Step 3. A pop-up window will appear as shown. Then click the turn off computer option. Here we can see the pictures. Step 4. The turn off computer window will appear as shown below. Here we can see the picture. The red color switch is there. Turn off. Step 5. Click on turn off button. The computer will automatically come to a halt. and then switch off the power button. Points to remember. A computer system is made of hardware and software. The physical part of computer that you can touch and see are called hardware. CPU is the pathway between the input and output devices. The secondary storage devices are used to store data permanently. Software is the set of instructions or program on which a computer works. Now we can discuss the answer the following questions. What are hardware and software? Give examples. Hardware. Hardware is the physical part of the computer system that we can touch and see. Examples: monitor, keyboard. Then software. Software is the set of instructions or program on which a computer works. Examples: system software and application software. Then second question, what are peripheral devices? Name any two peripheral devices. Peripheral devices are the additional part attached to the computer according to our needs. Next question, what is a printer? A printer is an output device which gives the result in printed form. Examples: dot matrix printer and laser printer. Explain the term modem. Modem is both an input and output device. It is the linking part between the user on the computer and the internet. Next one, write the three parts of CPU. First one, control unit CU, arithmetic and logic unit ALU. Third one, memory unit MU. These are the three parts. Now we can discuss fill in the blanks. The physical part of computer that you can touch and see are called dash, hardware. Second one, dash looks like a typewriter, keyboard. Third one, dash is both an input and output device, monitor. Software can be seen in the form of dash if installed in a computer. Dash and dash are used to transfer data from the computer to another. Floppy disk and CD-ROM. Match the following. Keyboard, input device. Hardware, physical part of the computer. Processing unit, known as system unit. Monitor, output device. Software, MS Word, logo, etc.